Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Buckley. I am a sex and relationship therapist, and today I'm talking about a very difficult topic, cheating or betrayal. And if you have been cheated on or you are thinking of cheating on your partner, this is a good video for you. So first, what does it mean to be unfaithful or to betray a partner? We live in a world where there are lots of different options and gray areas. We have the internet, we have porn, we have social media. So how do you know what constitutes betrayal or cheating, for lack of a better word? It's something a lot of people don't even think about talking about. When you start dating somebody, what are the rules? How do you know? Are you exclusive? Do you expect your partner, or do they expect you to not be seeing anyone else or not be having sex with anyone else? Sometimes if we don't talk about it, that seems like a good option. What do they say? It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I don't think that always applies. If you betray a partner and they find out, it can destroy a potentially good relationship. So if you are in a relationship that you value, whether you just started dating somebody or whether you've been married for many years, you want to know what the agreements are. People can make all different kinds of arrangements. There's don't ask, don't tell. There's monogamish. There's let's have an open relationship, but let's make sure that we tell each other what we're doing. It really is up to you. We get to create the kind of relationship that's going to work for us. But if you are doing something that you know your partner would not like, then you're putting your relationship in danger. And if this is a relationship that you really do value, you want to think twice. Now, what we're talking about mostly in this video is if you are the one who has been betrayed or cheated on or hurt. Chances are you have been or will be hurt. You will or have been betrayed, and it doesn't feel good. Most of us have been there. And it's a horrible feeling. And if you do find yourself with a partner who has cheated on you or betrayed you, and it's not always that they had sex with somebody, maybe it was an emotional affair, maybe they were watching porn or having some sort of a internet affair, and you specifically said you didn't want them to do that. How do you know what to do? And if you do decide to stay, what steps do you take? Most people say, if my partner cheated on me or they lied to me, that would be it. I would end that relationship. We say that and we mean it. But when it comes down to it and it happens, it's not always that clear. If we are married, we have a family or children, it's a bigger decision. It's not always so easy to make. And in fact, leaving the relationship or giving up on the relationship is not always the best move. How do you know? Well, you have to look at the relationship as a whole. There are things you can do to avoid this from happening. Like I said before, make sure that you are explicit, very clear about what your boundaries are, about what's okay and what's not okay. Make sure that you two have those agreements. And let your partner know if you are thinking of cheating or you're unhappy in our relationship, let's talk about it. Let's be proactive about it so you don't have to deal with the situation after the fact where even if you do get through it, you're not the same. The relationship isn't the same. Now, as a therapist working with many couples, I'm going to say hundreds over the last 20 years, at the end of or the fallout of an affair, I can tell you that many of them will end, and a lot of those relationships, when they do the work, they are stronger than they were before. Would they ask for that to happen? No. It would always be better to be proactive about it and work on the relationship and get stronger without there having to be some kind of betrayal or trauma. But it happens. You know, we're human. We're all human. We're flawed. We make mistakes, we make bad decisions, and that doesn't justify doing something that is going to hurt your partner. If your partner has cheated on you or betrayed you in any way, it is incredibly traumatic. It can create so much pain and suffering. So there are questions that you want to ask yourself and your partner. One, are they remorseful? If they are not showing you any remorse, or they're justifying their behavior by deflecting or blaming you, that is a deal breaker. At that point, probably best to end a relationship, but nothing's written in stone here. Sometimes that can be the initial reaction. The first reaction oftentimes is for your partner when they get caught, and usually that's what happens, they get caught, is to deny or defend or deflect, blame you, circumstances. Let them know right away that that is not going to work. Make sure there's no more damage done than has already been done. But when feelings get triggered and we've been hurt, we're not our best selves either. So the best thing to do when you find out that your partner has cheated on you or betrayed you is to give yourself some space. Find someone to talk to, a friend, a family member, a therapist if you need, someone who you can trust. And the next thing you need to do is confront your partner. Let them know you know. And if they start to deny it or defend it in any way, tell them to stop. Say, please stop. This isn't going to work. Let's take some time. If they are defending their behavior or denying their behavior, which they will do, let them know, I know. Please do not justify this. Please do not deny it, because if you do that, we will not have any chance of recovering from this. If there is a chance that you want to be in this relationship, there's enough good. There's enough reasons for you to stay in this relationship. And I don't believe that people should stay in a relationship strictly for the kids. That doesn't do the kids any favors. Children need to have parents who love each other, who are happy. So staying in a marriage or a relationship just for the kids is not for the kids. It's not good for you. It's not for the kids. But I do think it is a strong enough reason to fight for the marriage if the marriage is otherwise good. Now, sometimes people have affairs because of some problems in the marriage. Again, it doesn't justify the behavior, because if there are problems in the marriage, you're not having sex, you're unhappy, your partner's unhappy, that's when you want to talk about these things and work through them. To avoid talking about them and working through them, whether it's having sex with someone else, an emotional affair with someone else, drugs, work, there's lots of ways to avoid dealing with what is happening here. And affairs are just one of them. It doesn't justify it. So if your partner is unhappy, there are things that have happened in the relationship. It happens. We have stressors, financial stressors, we have children. Things happen where we might make really bad decisions, or a partner might make really bad decisions. Again, doesn't justify the behavior. However, if the relationship has been good and you know your partner is a good person, they just really made a very bad decision and they're willing to do what it takes to make it okay, which is a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time. For them to show remorse, earn your trust, do the work, which is, I'm going to say, pretty much always important to have a therapist help you with it. It's very difficult even with a therapist. I'm not saying it's impossible to do without a therapist, but incredibly difficult. Possible, but difficult. I highly recommend that you don't make the decision to end the relationship too quickly. Not if you're married or you have children or you have a lot of years together and this has been a good relationship. If you are in a brand new relationship and this happens early on and there's not really enough there to keep you in, the best decision is to leave. It may not be worth all the time and all the effort. And ask yourself, why are you staying if you do decide to stay? And staying oftentimes is the right decision, again, if you have the right variables in place. All those things I talked about. Your partner's showing remorse. But if your partner is not showing remorse, they're not acknowledging it, they're not letting you know that they are going to do whatever it takes to earn your trust back, and they're not declaring their love for you, best thing to do is move on. Maybe they'll change their mind and they'll show up later, But for you, it is important to do what you need to do to take care of yourself and protect yourself. If you have a partner who is doing those things, and there has been really good things and good qualities about this person, and you really love this person, then staying in the relationship might be good. But ask yourself these questions. Are you staying in this relationship based on fear? You're afraid of being alone. You're afraid of being out there in the world. You don't think you'll find anyone else. Maybe you think you're not whatever enough. Those are not good reasons to stay in a relationship. They won't work. And ultimately, you'll be miserable. And I always like to say pain is something we can't avoid, but we can avoid suffering. So the initial discovery that your partner has cheated on you might be incredibly painful, but you don't have to stay there. Staying in a relationship where they're not showing up, then you're just creating a life of suffering. And I hope you know that you deserve more. If your partner did cheat on you or betray you in any way, sometimes we feel like there's something wrong with us. That is never true. There might be things that you could do differently. There might be things that you've done that haven't worked in the relationship or your partner hasn't liked, and that's important to discuss, but does never justify somebody betraying you, lying to you, or cheating. So don't take that on. That is on your partner. Again, it's not necessarily that they're a horrible person. They might have just made some really bad decisions and done some really bad things. And these are things that you can potentially work through if you have a willing partner. I've been cheated on and it's a horrible feeling. And I have compassion for anybody who's been through that. And I will also tell you that the partner who has cheated might also be in pain for many different reasons and they don't know how to deal with it. If that's the case, this can be an opportunity to make the relationship stronger, to heal individually, relationally. There are opportunities for that, again, if you have enough there to make it worth your while. It's a long road. There's no easy decision. Stay in the relationship, not quick or easy. To leave the relationship, if you're married or you have kids, not quick and easy. There is no easy way here, and there is no easy decision. It has to be your decision. And forget about what people will think. Everybody has an opinion, and it's real easy for people to say, oh, leave the person, leave her, leave them. Oh, they're no good. You get out of there. You shouldn't stay. It's so easy for them to say, but they're not you. And this is your decision. You can tell who you want to tell, and you don't have to tell anybody if you don't want to. You can stay in the relationship and work through it, or you can leave. What you don't want to do is stay and not address it. That is going to create more problems and more pain. And I hope you don't make that decision. But there are decisions for you to make. And again, you can get stronger, your partner can get better, and the relationship can get better and stronger if that is a choice you make. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you have been cheated on and you're heartbroken, whether you're dating or whether you're married, however long it's been, it could still be painful. And if you need help, seek help. Friends, family, therapist, there's lots of really great resources for you. Don't try to get through this alone. That's a very difficult thing to do. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's incredibly difficult. I hope this information has been useful. Please write your comments below. And if you like the video and are finding it useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I always appreciate you watching. You take care. I'll see you soon.